We are Lagos Talks 91.3.
Let's talk.
You know, I've held my peace on what's the word I want to use now? On the proficiency of Aniagboso.
What dear?
You know, either hand and but if there's a game in which a team shot itself in the foot. Yesterday we were going on air for money, but watched practically also first half. First is first. Gambia is a very, very good team.
I agree.
Let's leave. What?
I agree.
Let's leave.
Let's leave Maldives.
Let's all pray. You see, because when you wish well for your neighbor, it will come to you. If you wish ill for your neighbor, then what you wish could get. I wish well for Maldivians. Is that what they're called? And everybody collects that award there. So maybe one day I'll be able to go there. But in the case of let's leave aside, because Victor, when we were talking on, towards the end of the show yesterday, came up with a very weird comment.
Did you tell him?
Yes, I told him. I told him, Charles was now doing back and and in fairness, they say, are you over age? And I said, me, I know he's going to be 50. So Victor, at the end of our show yesterday, says that he hopes the Fly Eagles, there'll be more baby faces in Fly Eagles. So we now Charles and I looked at what exactly do he's just saying, no, are you saying there? But what are you saying on TV? It's not that. So let's leave the baby faceedness. Maybe if you say what the baby, whether the lack of baby faces in the Fly Eagles and the lack of baby faces with the Gambians. Yeah, the Gambians were an excellent team.
Yes, they were. Scored,
I think, 8 or 9 goals getting there. I think, or the goal they scored yesterday was their 9th goal. Yeah. Have conceded none. Yeah. So, first things first, in a moment of madness.
9 or 10.
9 or 10. I
said yesterday 10 because 1 in the opening game, 2 in the second game.
That's 3.
Then 1 in the last group game.
4.
5 in the quarterfinals.
So, that was a 10th goal in the tournament. Conceding 0. Yeah. So, against such a tough team, we connive and managed to arrange to dash them a goal. A moment of madness.
That was silly.
Stupid. It was like United defending 1 of 7. Then we hold. At least we stand tall, defend, do well. Then we are now awarded a penalty, and you cannot score the penalty.
But look, in the defense of the Flying Eagles, and I know we all see the game differently. I thought.
To be honest, I didn't watch. We were there, so I didn't watch the
I thought they put up a good showing at this tournament. Generally, the 2 teams they lost to are arguably the best.
The best, no, they're missing the final.
Yeah, so I'm saying that, look, I know we come out with giving stick to Aniagboso in terms of what we want.
No, what I'm just talking about, match management. You get a penalty against a team that's not considered a goal.
We're up against a very good team.
No, but penalty.
We're up against. For me, I'm proud of their achievement. I'm proud of what they've done. I think that this is the point we now build for the World Cup. We have done the primary achievement, which is qualified. I can't be bothered what happens against Tunisia. Whether we win or lose, I am not interested.
It's a third place now.
What I'm interested in
is like the Super Falcons.
Yeah.
Once we lost the semi-final, but I'm just peeved.
I understand your pain because as a team that has Nigerian,
they want to see. You have a pen. I mean, if we hadn't scored in open play, I'd get it. These guys have not conceded the goal. We contributed. We dashed them 1 goal. But you don't have to have a penalty, guys. Even if it's just hitting the ball as fast as you can. I think he hit the crossbar or something because we flashed him.
Yeah, it came off the upright.
So, hey, it
was. Look, I'm proud of the team. I think that the team has done very well.
But the beautiful thing is, Tunisia is a young side. Well, hammered by Senegal. I do feel that Senegal and Gambia they'll go deep in that tournament.
Yeah, I think if they continue in this leg, if they continue this way, they continue preparing. Because look, we've got what you mentioned, Boso, Fatayamo. It's an older combination in terms of coaches. I would have loved if we've had 1 older coach, 1 younger coach, because things are different.
Something more,
someone more open, modern. More modern to new ideas. Someone who's changed, someone who's not afraid to come out and say, you know what, let's try this.
And will these same boys go to the World Cup anyway?
If a lot of them will, not all of them will, because I know that a few players came in from abroad for this competition.
Because I'm told that quite a few that they won Waffle, yes.
Yeah.
I'm told that at least as has been relayed to me that quite a few of them were this is not the team I won.
A few of them, have come. More would. But for me, just one last thing on this. It just tells you what West African football is doing at this level now. 3 teams from West Africa. because Senegal, Gambia, Nigeria, all of them. Now, Tunisia is the only team outside of West Africa who is there. So I think there's a lot of positives in what we've achieved, and we can just keep building from this point moving forward.
Yeah, well, I emphasis on the word building, and I'll say this, I'll pick my words, because you see, we can't sit here and say what we don't know. As whether you approve. I hope and pray that the lads we are using are within the required age range. That's my point. Otherwise, we're deceiving nobody but ourselves. I'm not making any allegations. I'm not doing a Victor Ekpeba and talking about baby face or no baby face, which was just too funny. Also, Charles another attack to come. What are you saying? Are you saying Victor's now backtracking? You understand? Exactly. So I'm not saying anything, but I really hope, because ideally these boys will be the guys that will be prosecuted. Maybe the Nations Cup, maybe the Nations Cup in Guinea, do you understand? Or at least breaking in. Cote d'Ivoire is for our main Super Eagles now, which is next year. But the one after that, these guys, and the World Cup qualifiers and all that, do you understand? If they're within the age range, but if they are not, then like Aigbo, where are Aigbo's Eagles? That went
when they didn't perform well, many of them moved on. No?
To where?
Many of them moved on. They still.
Is any of them knocking on the doors of the Super Eagles?
Not don't come to mind now.
That's my point. That's my point. Look at the likes of Phil Foden. I mean, yeah, fine. It's easy to use England or the French team. Do you understand? Young boys that have been there and thereabouts. Phil Foden, Rashford. If you look at all these players, they quite feel. They've been there and thereabouts, but we're on young. Every time we talk about youth football, we just parrot. Oh, we have Osimhen, we have Iheanacho.
And we have a few now.
Even that one is under 17.
I'm just gonna go through a couple of stories for me in the Newshound that sort of caught my attention. The MPFL story, the media officer shooting stars.
Is that the guy that went to go and pee in the center circle?
No, that was not the one.
Okay.
They have them plenty.
Okay.
They have different guys.
I know. Because that one I was going to fire and brimstone.
No. So, if you remember, there was a story, I think it was last season, where it was caught on video where one person said, where he was the one, Tosin Mojola said, a journalist came in, not as a journalist, but came in sort of inciting the fans to attack another journalist. Right? It was shooting stars against Remo, if I remember clearly, right? And I think it was Toby, that was the journalist who was there. So it was and they said, okay, ban him. He couldn't say stuff like that, which was wrong. What he put out, right? So it's not a year. They banned him for 1 year. It's not 1 year yet.
How long has it been?
June
last year.
Yes.
About 9 months.
Yeah. It's been, but
on
that, I hope he has.
Because we're in March, that's about 9 months.
Yeah, I hope he has. I hope he learns from this and moves forward.
We are Lagos Talks 91.3.
Let's talk.